Okay, it's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 and home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know it's your 4B High Radio Shout-In. Stepping in the building, I got a super producer in this thing, Rico Love. What's good
Turn
with
the
it, my
lights
dog?
on, turn the lights on. How you feeling, bro?
Man, feeling good, feeling great, man. But I mean, this new single, Fight For You, is going crazy as we speak.
Yeah, man.
I mean, break it down to me, boss.
You know what? Just the album in general, the whole Even Kings Die project and Fight For You is just the most honest understanding of what love can be and how tragic love can be and how when you grow and mature and you recognize the things about yourself that you never wanted to come to terms with. And as a man, that vulnerability and that not caring, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when you grown, you like, bro, I'm gonna beat this dude up. I ain't no hater. I'm gonna beat homeboy up. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those situations where you can just have an honest reflection of how you actually feel about the music. And I'm saying through the music rather, but it's about life and you put it through the music, and that's what Fight For You represents for me personally.
What was it like putting this project together, Even Kings Die, and what made you haul off and call it that, too?
Yeah, you know what? What I believe to be true is that no matter who you are, the highest or the lowest, one thing we all have in common is that one day we all gonna die. And even the king can die, meaning that the worst thing that you never thought could happen to you can happen to you. Because even the king can die. And that's what the concept really means on the album. It's like we feel like we're exempt because we do good deeds or we good people or we change our life or we be positive. But at the end of the day, vengeance will be seeked upon anybody who's ever wronged any person.
Come on,
especially us as men, we have to come to terms with the fact that one day this table's gonna turn around. And you have to deal with it. And that's what the whole Even Kings Die represents.
Talk to me about putting that music together and being so transparent with it at the same time, though, Rico, because, I mean, a lot of them topics on that album kind of cut a little deep, man.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
You know, but, man, I think that that's the most therapeutic thing I could ever do is make this record. Because, you know, certain things is difficult to talk through, certain things is difficult to live through. But when you put things on paper, when you put things on wax, it's like your ability to have that therapeutic moment without even having to go see anybody. It's like you vent into the world hears it. Their reaction is the therapy. The energy they give around it, the conversations that started because of it is the opportunity that I was able to give myself when no one could give me that. So, I mean, I appreciate to be able to have that platform and have the ability to translate my feelings because that's difficult. Most people don't know how to explain how they feel.
Exactly.
And I'm blessed enough with the opportunity and the ability, and I'm fortunate enough with the gift of being able to just translate how things make me feel.
Now, I mean, what about did you tell your boyfriend? When I heard that one right there, I said, Rico ain't playing with these folks. Talk about that bank.
You know what's funny is I wrote Did You Tell Your Boyfriend not from the aspect of the side dude.
Ooh.
I wrote it sarcastically.
Ooh.
So imagine if the husband says to his wife, "You tell your boyfriend we broke up." Did you tell your boyfriend what's going on? It's like really sarcastic. Like, did you tell homeboy that he can have you full time now? You freed up. So it's like one of those things that I was just trying to be sarcastic and be clever on the record.
How do you feel to be able to be a creative and be able to use that as a career to make money and put food on the table? Because, see, those kinds of ideas is what music is missing, okay? That's what you need is the stories. You need folks to be able to go and juxtaposition on folks and give them that funk. So what is that like for you to be able to do that on a regular basis?
The greatest blessing in the world, you know, is a gift and a curse. The gift is the fact that I have a talent that can feed myself and sustain me through any opposition, any hard time, you know, the burst storm. The curse part of it is that I've been doing this my entire adult life. So if I don't have, if I have a bad year, a bad few years, what do? The best part about it, now the gift again is my ability to communicate with others and use my gift to make room for me in other capacities and not just limit myself to just writing records or performing them. So if you don't understand how to maximize the gift, then it can actually be a curse when things don't work out for you in the way that you consistently used to in working out.
Exactly. Now, for those that don't know, Rico, could you run down a few of your hits so they can get acquainted with what's really good in here?
Yeah, man, I wrote a few songs. I would say Boyfriend Number 2 by Pleasure P, Love Like This, Natasha Bedingfield, Sweet Dreams, Beyonce, Motivation, Kelly Rowland, There Goes My Baby, Usher, Daddy's Home, Usher, Hello, Good Morning, Diddy, Mary J. Blige, Mr. Wrong, 4am, Melanie Fiona,
Oh,
Without You, David Guetta,
oh,
Ball T.I.,
woo,
I just did the City Girl record, Twerk.
ow.
You know, French Montana, Ain't Worrying About Nothing, French Montana, Famous, French Montana, Drink Freely. You know, it just list goes on and on and on.
So is it safe to call you a hit machine?
Yeah.
What is that like being able to say, okay, man, bring me your artists, get them in this studio, and they ain't leaving out of here till I
we
give
got
them a
hit.
hit?
You know what it is I always tell people a guy could come, right, and he could shoot half court shots.
Yeah.
And he shoots a blindfold. They blindfold him. He turns around, he shoots it backwards and makes it. Now the crowd go crazy. But the only problem is you got to keep doing that in order to keep the crowd's attention. Now you take another guy who sits at the 3-point line. He's practiced. He's developed and nurtured his gift, and he keeps shooting threes. Now a guy might come along and wow the crowd more than me because he blindfolded and shot it backwards, right? But the difference between it is going to be 100 guys like that who all going to shoot it backwards, and they all going to make it once. But they each got 3 points. I'm sitting there, I got 60. Because I know how to consistently do it. And that's the gift. This ain't luck. When you're doing it at the level I've been able to do it to, and the time I've been doing it, I don't mean it to be braggadocious. I'm telling you that it's real work and it's a real understanding and studying of people, not just of music, understanding human nature, understanding the psychology of people and how they think and how they move and how people are going to react to the actual record. That take time. That's science. That ain't just me getting in the booth and just, no, I'm understanding. I'm having a relationship with the person I'm writing a record with. I'm talking to them. I'm understanding the way they think. I know what a rich person heartbreak sound like, and I know what a poor person heartbreak sound like.
Yeah.
It's two different things, and you can't just write a record for Rihanna for about breaking her heart. That's that you claim you write for a new artist who ain't never been around the world and seen nothing.
Exactly.
It's different. It's a different type of pain. So it's a science that we have to understand, and that's the gift.
Now, coming into the game, though, Rico, how long did it take for your stuff to hit the fan and for you to feel like, okay, I'm here, I belong, and I ain't going nowhere no time soon?
Yeah, man, it take a while because I was a student. You know, I sat under Brian Michael Cox and Usher and Jermaine Dupri and Jonte and Tricky Stewart. And, you know, we always coming in the game. I remember being in the studio across the hall. You got Sierra, you know, coming from high school to get in the studio, and Carrie Hilson was in a group called Pretty Tony, and you know, T.I. was jumping out of Riviera with 100 Deep pulling up to the Where the Party at remix video shoot, you know what I mean? And I remember when he dropped I'm Serious, and we was like, yo, you know, so we was around for that. We was here in Atlanta when it was like, a lot of us was coming up when Keisha Cole was trying to make it, and everybody, she was signing A&M, and, you know, everybody was trying to get on her project and give her a record. You know, when I was on tour with Usher, on the Confessions tour, on the Truth tour, when watching Kanye open up for Usher, watching Christina Milian on that tour, and we running around the world, you know. I paid my dues in this game. I sat back and watched it. I understood it, and I was a student.
Yeah.
And that's more important. Like, yeah, it's a grind. It's tough, but that part of it was fun.
Yeah.
Like the ability to
journey.
sit up and soak up the game and learn. So now when I give you some information, you got to respect it. And if you don't understand the lineage. You don't understand the history in which I came from. I came from a royal lineage. Like I said, and I was with Usher during the Confessions. I remember when they played us Yeah and told Usher that he got to sing, he should sing Yeah, and me and Usher roll on the floor laughing. Ain't no way we going to sing it. I said, ain't no way I'm singing this song.
What?
And we was dead wrong. You know what I mean? As I've been through it, I saw it. Like this is why you should respect it, not because of no money, not because of the houses, not because of what I've been through and what I saw, and how I'm a student of the game, and how it didn't make me crazy, and I still got my sanity after seeing it all, you know?
Now, break that part down to it, though, man, because a lot of folks do lose their mind along the way.
Yeah.
You know, the ups and the downs, folks can't take that turbulence.
Bro, people treat you so nice when you rich.
Ooh.
And you can get away, you can get ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
You start feeling like, man, you know what? This is what I want. You start acting like you in your mind. Actually, who could blame a person? Now, I'm blessed enough that I ain't never have to go through those things, because when I came in the game, I came through Usher. He was the biggest artist in the entire world. So to me, until I reached that platform, I don't feel mentally like I haven't even made it yet.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to go through that phase of thinking I was, I was always a nice guy. I feel like that's greatness. I don't even call it humility. A great person is polite and kind and on time and respects people.
Come on now.
So greatness is, I feel like that's what makes you great. But this game can be up and down for you, and mentally it can be weird. Imagine a kid who come in the game, he's been famous since he was 10 years old. You know how crazy you gotta see the world. Exactly. As a 10-year-old, people crying for you. You understand? Y'all understand I can make you crazy.
Exactly.
One day you got nothing, and tomorrow, you literally, this is how it happened. You could be working. One day you got $12 in the bank, and you get a wire for $2.5 million like that, and everything changes that fast. And that can make you crazy. So the fact that I was able to keep my sanity throughout this, I take my hat off to myself and pat myself on the back for being able to do that.
Exactly. Now, when it comes to working with different artists, which studio sessions do you feel like were the ones that were just magical, man?
And anytime I'm in the studio with Usher is magic.
Yeah.
Anytime. He just is what he's able to do with his voice. It's like when you throw up. It's like when Gary Payton used to. I'm dating myself, but I remember GP throw it up, and Sean Kemp would just. He didn't matter where he threw the ball. Yeah. That's how it feels when you're working with Usher. It's just like. Whatever I want to do creatively, I trust that he's going to be able to translate that. Yeah. And that's the blessing. So, though, anytime I'm in a session with Usher, it's magic. I'll tell you a story, though.
Talk to me.
When he did There Goes My Baby, he was going through his divorce, the first divorce.
Ooh.
And he was on the phone in the hallway cursing his lawyer out or whoever he was talking to, going crazy. So, I'm trying to cut this record in between him, keep having to come out the booth to get on the phone. I had to do 25 takes of the first verse. I had to do 40 takes of the hook. Because I took from take 16. I put goes from take 29. I took my from take 60. I took baby and I was putting it together. I weaved that thing together. So when you hear There Goes My Baby, it sounds like Usher singing it straight through. You don't know, I'm taking 1-2 words from each of the takes to put that together. And that was one of the things that let me know, like, bro, you know what you're doing. Like you really sat down here and put this thing together.
And produced this thing.
Produced this thing out and really put them vocals together. So I got tons of different things I've seen in this game that made me understand the gift and understand how important it is to be a student first.
Now, when you fast forwarded to getting in the studio and giving the City Girls a smash,
yeah.
Talk to me about that creative process and what was going through your mind when you said, okay, I got the City Girls. It's time for me to show these folks what I do around here.
Yeah. City Girls was so much fun because, when there's a new artist, there's no limitations.
That's right.
So I'm like, okay, I could say whatever. Do it, baby. Stick it, baby. Move it, baby. Lick it, baby. Suck up on it. Until that got a hickey, baby. I gotta say whatever I want to say.
Yeah.
Because an artist who's established, who's a brand, there are certain things that they cannot say.
Yeah.
Oh, I just did this deal with Pepsi. I can't say that. I just did this, signed up to do this. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Partners with the Single Mothers of America. I can't do that.
Exactly.
But when you just like, look, I'm straight out the hood.
Yeah.
That's fun because it's like we ain't nothing can hold us back. We can say whatever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's a lot of fun to be able to watch it and to be able to see the record take off the way it's taking off. It's like incredible. I'm happy for those girls.
Being in the game, what are some of your favorite lessons that you like to pass down as a mentor to people that come up to you and say, Rico, how do I get in here? What is it that I need to do? And why is it not working for me?
Biggest lesson is nobody owe you nothing. And I'm not mad at them for not owing me nothing. They don't owe me anything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? No person owes you anything. That's right. Not because you're talented, not because you don't get nothing in this world that you don't work for. Mm-hmm. So the key is stop asking people to help you and put yourself in a position where they need your help.
Come on now.
Now that's the key. I'm gonna say that again. Stop asking people to help you and put yourself in a position where they need your help. Make yourself so incredible that people come to you and say, who are you? We need what you have. We need what you do. Because all these favors and, man, give me a shot, man. Somebody gave you a shot. Man, you look out for me. Somebody believed in you. All I need is one person to believe in me. Man, cut it out. Cut it out. Be a star.
You ain't never lied.
Because when you a star, man, you don't got to be. Come on, they come to you. Create the lane. Create the energy for yourself.
Now, the music conference, man.
Yes.
What goes down with that, Rico?
We Love Music Conference this year, July 12th and 13th in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You can register right now by going to www.welovemusicconference.com.
Yeah.
Man, I really like this guy. He really talking about the key things I want to talk about. No, but the music conference is so special to me because I went through a really difficult part in my life financially. And a lot of people don't want to admit when they go through those things. You know, things happen.
Ups and downs.
But when you get through it, you don't mind talking about it, right?
Exactly.
You can laugh about it now that you got your house back. But
I feel you.
nah, but you know, I went through a very difficult time, and what I had to realize was that music shifts and music changes. But one thing that never changes is my ability to transition and translate rather, and show people how to tap into their greatness. That's what I do as a producer.
Yeah.
That's also what I do as a mentor and a teacher at the We Love Music Conference. So I'd established the music conference 4 years ago. This year is going to be the 4th year. We did South Africa. We did Indianapolis twice. We did Baltimore. This year we did Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So it's so important to me because people come from all over the world, from Africa, from London, from Brazil, like, you know, from all over the country, and they like just soaking up the energy. And we brought out 1,500 people last year. This year my goal is 5,000 people. I only charge $175 for a 2-day event.
What?
Come on, bro. Because I understand and I realize that when I turn this thing into Lollapalooza, when I turn this into the Essence Festival of Music Conference, Woodstock, you know, it's going to be bigger than just us trying to nickel and dime everybody. So it's more important for me to grow other people and show them how to tap into their greatness, because then I always got an army of people who are going to fight for me the same way I believe in fight for them, you know. So we having a good time with that.
Now, when the money gets funny, Rico, what goes through your mind when you in this industry and the money gets funny? You in the same circles, but you knowing that the way your account is set up, it don't work that way.
You know what, bro? I live so far. I live in Miami, but I live so far. I just stay in the house and don't come out until it's back right. No, but I just stay working, stay focused. But every day you pray like, oh my God, I hope Ball Alert don't get me. Oh God, I hope Shade Room don't go look up what's going on over here with these folk. Nah, but the thing that's so sad, this makes me sad, is knowing that if anybody would have known what I was going through, they would have removed themselves from me. See, because they believe that the gift is wrapped around the money. So now that I'm telling you what I went through, because I'm telling you on my terms, what changed? You didn't even know. You had no clue until I'm telling you right now. So what changed? So what we have to realize is when people are doing bad, that's when you need to embrace them the most, because that's when the best content gonna come. That's when the most passion gonna come. That's when, and it's also show what you made of. I didn't fold, I didn't bend, I didn't break. You didn't see me posting no sad, depressed posts. You ain't see me running around. You didn't even know. You don't even know which period of my life I was going through what I was going through, because none of me changed. And I think that that's part of resilience, and that's incredible. So yeah, it's difficult, but it makes you sad to know that if all of that stuff would have came out, people would have judged me different. They would have saw me different. And I think we need to realize that the gift is in you, not in the money.
For somebody that's listening, viewing, and from the outside looking in, can you break down the psyche of an industry-minded person when you're going through real things? See, you might say that, you know, people will step away from you, but the average person is really not going to understand that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I always tell people it's easy to get rich and when it, as it relates to the difficulty of getting rich, going broke, and getting rich again. See, it's easy to get rich when you look at it the first time.
Yeah.
And I done got jammed up 3-4 times in this game. You know what I mean? But to make millions and then be popped after that, you be like, that feeling is weird. Now, if you never had nothing and you broke, you don't know the difference.
Facts.
But when you like used to doing a certain thing and going to certain places and taking care of people and all that stuff, when that changes for you, and I'm blessed because I can laugh about it now, but I wasn't laughing when it was going down. You was like, why is this happening to me? I help people. I'm a good person. I'm honest. I never did no shady business with anybody. I give the clothes off my back to anybody. I thought that just greatness had to happen for me. And then I always say this, and this is something that I stick to. I felt like I was buried. But I wasn't buried. I was being planted.
Come on now.
It's a difference.
That's right.
Both of them is under the ground, but the seed is being nurtured. It's purposely placed there so that it can grow into something bigger than what it already was. Right. And that's the key. What I had to figure out about what I was going through was that now the things that I have access to, the things I've learned through my struggle, the things I've learned and the people I've been able to meet through my struggle, this bag is going to be stretched a whole different way
Exactly.
than it ever would have been stretched before. You know what I mean? And I was able to get through it. God had his hand over me. The same way he got his hand over you. Same way he got his hand over you. Same way he got his hand over you. It's just that now I can give you an example of somebody who went through it. And then when you going through it, you got to ask your big brother and say, Reek, what happened? How do I do this? Let me show you what not to do. Let me show you who you need to talk to. Let me show you how you need to move, how you need to restructure this. And I'm learning still as I go along, but the valuable lessons of struggle. I don't want to hear nothing about what you came. I want to hear what happened when it all went bad for you.
Come on.
That's the person I want to talk to. People always say, well, man, I don't want to talk to somebody who ain't doing better. I want to talk to the guy who going through it.
Exactly.
Because I might not be always doing good. I want to talk to you.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, come sit next to me. Because I need to know how to react and how to move when everything ain't all positive for me. And that's the key. So I appreciate every bit of it. I appreciate it like, man, like anything else I ever been through or anything else that ever blessed me in a positive way. I appreciate all that struggle.
Exactly. Now, I mean, you done spoke about your valley, but can you speak on the peaks?
The peaks, man.
And enjoying some things around
Yeah,
here, man.
You know, it's a blessing to be able to just consistently do for my family. My family never missed a meal, though.
Come on now.
When I was going through what I was going through, nobody felt it but me. You know what I mean? And that hustle in me gonna make sure that everybody living the same life. Nobody had to sell nothing. Nobody had to get rid of nothing on my behalf. Nobody had to pitch in to pay no bill for me.
Fact.
You know what I mean? I made it happen every single month for the way I was supposed to make it happen. I didn't complain. I didn't call no celebrity friends. I didn't call Usher or Chris Bosh or Puffy and say, yo, no. I handled my business like a man. And I came back to the table and everything is okay and nobody knew the difference. So yeah, that resilience and that energy that I get, that's the best part that ever could have happened to me. And I don't want to, keep repeating, but I want y'all to know it feel good, man. It feel good to be able to eat what you want to eat again,
Come on. Lastly, can you break down Even Kings Die one more again?
Yeah,
to these
Even
folks
Kings
and
Die.
anything else you got to get off your chest?
Yeah, Even Kings Die. I think everybody should go get the album, listen to the album, and understand the worst thing you never thought could happen to you can and will happen. But the best thing about the fact that the king dies is that the kingdom never does. So the kingdom gonna always be standing up, and the idea of who the king is gonna always be there, because even if the king dies, gonna be a new king resurrected in his place, and the things that he left behind to that king is gonna sustain him and gonna take him to the next level. And then when he dies, he's gonna leave that on to the next king and the next king and the next king and so on and so forth. So yes, horrible things happen to good people. Horrible things happen, but at the end of the day, the kingdom always gonna be standing up. And don't ever be surprised when everything don't work in your favor. Prepare yourself for it. Prepare yourself for it before it happens.
Rico.
Yee, be high. Love, bro.
Appreciate you coming through this thing, man.
Appreciate
Wish
you
you nothing
having
but
me.
the best and much success.
I appreciate
Be
you.
High Radio Shout is Hot 107.9, man. Let's go.